AI jobs are outpacing the rest of the employment market despite predictions of a wipeout. So how do we prepare students? Joining me now, Education Freedom Foundation founder and CEO of Optima Ed, Erika Donalds. Erika, thank you so much for being with us today. The question of the hour, how do we navigate AI in our schools? And this is something you've done. Talk about the role schools need to play to help our young people in this new AI economy.
Well, schools cannot be the bottleneck for these kids to stop them from being prepared for those jobs that are growing at 8 times as quickly as the rest of the market and a 62% wage premium. We can't allow schools to hold them back by not preparing them. We know that 80% of our kids are using AI, but only 20% are getting the training to do so. So we have to get our heads out of the sand and really prepare these kids with the skills they need to allow AI to help them get that job or start their own businesses, but use it in a smart way that's going to advance them career-wise, not help them cheat.
You know why I love talking to you about this? You not only have the AI background, but you've also been involved in a lot of classical schools, an older, rooted approach to education. It strikes me when I talk to people who know something about this space, they say the key with AI is knowing how to ask great questions. In other words, when we're talking about AI education, it's not just about getting kids onto a screen or onto a system, but teaching them how to think rigorously for themselves.
Oh, absolutely. I love AI for the purpose of extending a student's thinking, and I teach my own children to use it in that manner. If they're reading a book and I can get AI to say, ask them questions to make sure that they understand the text and help them to expand their thinking about the characters and what they might have been thinking or feeling and what decisions that they made. It's an incredible tool for things like that and discussions that you might be having at home about these novels, about the Federalist Papers, about the Constitution and other original texts that we use in classical education. And so we have to stop thinking of it as something that is a shortcut when really it can be used just like any other tools. It can be used for good and for bad. And we need to change our thinking about this and help our children change their thinking about it to help them expand, learn, and prepare themselves for the future, whether that's from a classical education perspective in the humanities, in the liberal arts, or for skilled trades. As we know, that's going to be a major future opportunity for these kids.
Let me throw an interesting element into the mix here. AI is entering the classroom, but many states are already enacting phone bans to limit school screen time and improve grades and protect students' mental and physical health. So, Erika, I'm curious to know how you think about balancing all this. The need on the one hand to help kids learn how to use AI as a helpful tool, but on the other hand, to keep them away from a lot of the stuff that can be distracting on screens. What do you say to that?
I am in full support of cell phone bans in schools. I've been saying this since we started the BYOD, Bring Your Own Device programs in the school district where I served as a school board member. The distractions are on those personal devices. It's incumbent upon school districts and schools themselves to provide devices that are completely locked down and are only allowing for the technology that is going to actually focus those students on the task at hand. Any AI that might be involved on those devices has to be locked down and safe for students and focused on core instruction. And that's what's really important. I know parents are very concerned about this, and they should be. That's why it's really important that the schools themselves own the devices, control the devices, ensure that there are no distracting elements or applications on those devices, but that they can be used with AI, with the parents' permission, to help teach those kids how to use these tools.
Erika, you're a parent. I'm a parent. We got a lot of parents watching this who are saying, how do I evaluate my school? How do I know that my school is doing the right things here? What do you look for to know that your school is on the right track when it comes to AI?
Well, the first thing is, do they even have an AI policy? Right now, less than half of our schools and districts in this country have an AI policy at all. You also want to ask what kind of training the teachers have undergone for AI policies and how to teach it to the students. Only 8% of our teachers say that they have had comprehensive training on AI. And yet, the majority of these new jobs that are coming online say that they are requiring AI skills, even out of students that are coming out of high school. So we see a huge huge disconnect between what is happening in our classrooms, what employers are going to want to provide. So when parents start asking these questions, their number one priority is their students' safety, but they also need to be asking, what are these schools doing to prepare their kids for the jobs that are waiting for them out after high school and certainly after higher education?
Well, Erika Donalds, this is your area. You've got the expertise, and we're glad to have you with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for talking about this important issue.